Oh, yeah. Look at that. Out of nowhere on a lunch break, no less. Let's see how this goes. What's up, guys? Guy? Girl? This is an experiment. I'm actually very curious to see how many. You know what? Actually, I guess overseas this is like probably a normal time, but it is 12:25 p.m. in Texas. So I figured I owed a live broadcast, given the really pathetic nature of the one that I did on Saturday, because I can't even imagine what that must have looked like. This shit was infuriating. So what's up, everybody? I got no chat so far. I got people watching, no chat. Unless, am I missing something here? Where the hell's the chat? Hang on. This is really weird. I'm not seeing anything for chat. Why is that? If anybody's trying to send any chat, I don't see it, which is really weird. That's never happened before. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. My bad. I don't know what the hell that was. Right. Let me catch up. Thank you, guys. What do I do for work? That is a that is a complicated question. I do a lot of stuff is the answer. Valhalla, how are you? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. What's up, brother? Love the channel. Moto Medic. Thank you. Dude, my weekend was bananas. Detroit. So Kid Rock is from your city. Let me see. Forward News. What's up, man? How are you? Yeah, dude. Like that weekend was so crazy, dude. Oh, 209. I got a video coming up about Nate Diaz today. As soon as I sign off here, I'll leave you guys with a Nate Diaz video. Fabia radio. So here's what I know about Josh Fabia's situation is so Summer Helene, the one that did the podcast that he was on and then had me on, and then she was supposed to have Diego on actually the following week. As a matter of fact, she was supposed to have Diego on the week that I was on. Yeah, I mean, so basically here's exactly what happened. So Fabia was on. They, in doing research for Fabia, they stumbled on my videos. And so then they hit me up and they were like, we'd love to have you on the weekend or the week after Fabia. I was like, cool. Then they hit me up that week and they were like, hey, so we might actually have Diego on. And I was like, oh, if you're calling to hit me up and bump me for Diego, you could do that. Like, please, I would rather listen to Diego than listen to myself. And then something happened where Diego didn't come on. And so I did it, but then they were trying to get both Diego and Fabian. And I don't know, I talked to him a week or two ago and they said, Fabia keeps on like pretending like they're going to, like he's going to come on, but then he won't. So I don't know, maybe he learned his lesson that talking in public is people are not hearing him the way that he thinks that they are. Walking home from work. Yeah. Wait, dude, I love walking home from work. Although I ride an electric skateboard, son. Haters going to say Fabia made me. Haters would be, if they were saying Fabia led to me gaining 25 or whatever, 15,000 subscribers, that would be accurate. Except lots of people talked about Fabia. Lots of people did. Just no one was able to make it entertaining like I did. You don't just like get on camera and go, Josh Fabia, and then get, 1 million views. It's not really that simple. He gave me excellent content that I could display my ability to just eviscerate people on. Hello from North Korea. No way. North Korea wouldn't let you on my channel. Did I watch the YouTubers versus TikTokers card? I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know what we're talking. Are you talking about Triller or? Oh wait, or are you talking about that? You talking about that Aaron Carter and Lamar Odom thing? Because goddamn, that was embarrassing. Embarrassing. No, this is definitely not pre-recorded. Sitting out waiting for. Yeah, an electric skateboard, dude. So maybe like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was in San Francisco. So I used to work in the financial district in San Francisco, and I was like on California. The streets in San Francisco are literally like this, dude. Like they are this steep. And I saw this guy on this one wheel thing. Like it's now obviously I know it's an electric unicycle, but this guy went up California, up going this way, 20 miles an hour. And I saw it and I just was like, what the fuck is that thing? I have to have it. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. So like this thing. I saw a dude ripping on this thing in San Francisco, going uphill 20 miles an hour. And I bought one that night. I had no idea what, like, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but I'm buying it. And I bought it. It took me like a month to figure out how to ride it. And since then, I bought electric. I have like two, or actually I have 3 electric skateboards. I sold my car. Like there's no, like, I don't understand how everyone doesn't do it. Like I'm a snowboarder. I snowboard everywhere I go. My current one goes 30 miles an hour. It's fucking terrifying. I actually don't even put it on the highest setting because it's too scary. Kid Rock, Kid Jesse. I'll tell you right now, the coolest person in that room is Kid Rock's wife. She might be the biggest badass ever. Like there's no joke. Kid Rock's fiance might be the biggest fucking badass on earth, dude. She's like, we were talking with the secret person who was talking about how they need time to themselves. And she's all, I totally understand. That's why 6 weeks out of the year, I go up to our property and blah, blah, blah. And I just stay there by myself and I bow hunt. And I was like, I'm sorry, go over that one more time. She's like, yeah, I just go up there and I bow hunt. And I was like, you go up there and you bow hunt by yourself for 6 weeks? And she's like, yep. And I was like, well, that's the most gangster shit. If you were one of these fucking Navy SEALs, I'd say that's the most badass thing I've ever heard. You're the fiance of a rock star. That's like really fucking gangster. She's a total fucking badass. Covet thy neighbor's wife. Guy, have you seen my wife? I'm not coveting anybody's wife. She's just cool. Hang on. I'm way behind. What do I make of GSP claiming he made 10 mil on UFC 217? He probably did. Nate Diaz made 10 mil on the second Conor fight. He probably did. Wait, did he fire him for real? Wait, I don't know. Fire who? Sorry, I missed that. I don't know. I don't know about who's the question about the fire. Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman fired Ali Abdelaziz? Really? I saw Ali Abdelaziz like promoting him on Twitter 5 seconds ago. Hang on, let me look that up. What are you guys talking about? Where are you guys reading that he fired Ali Abdelaziz? Colby Covington claims Kamaru Usman wants to part ways with his manager. Okay. Colby Covington, definitely not a good source for that. If the only source on this is Colby Covington, I'm going to say that's not solid info. Should be Usman versus Edwards. No, it shouldn't. It should be Colby. What's up, Manny? How are you? Colby, how would Colby, you guys, dude, that's not, I mean, okay, Gio DeVito, serious question. Wait. When you having Fabia on the podcast? That fucking guy would never come on, dude. Theo Brook. Was Theo Vaughn the person you were talking about in the last video? I don't know. I'll tell you this, it's possible that whoever I was talking about, that I gave them information I thought would be very easy for them to find my channel. And then upon further review on my own, I looked and was like, what the fuck? He's never going to find it. He's never going to find it. And so maybe I did that video yesterday, making it a secret so that when someone who knows that person sees it, they'll forward it to him and go, dude, was this you? It's all strategy, dude. It's all strategy. Colby knows everything that happens in Miami. Yeah, but Usman is how are like Usman's in fucking Africa right now, isn't he? Is Diaz McGregor 3 a possibility? If McGregor loses to Dustin, you can bet your life that'll be the next fight. Colby would have won the first Usman fight without the broken jaw. I mean, that's like saying that Masvidal would have won the second Usman fight if he didn't get knocked the fuck out. Colby's known for promoting and making headlines. Of course, yeah, of course. Like that's that. I don't think that that's even moderately likely to be true. Street Beef's debut. Are you asking if I would fight in Street Beefs for no money? No. That's all downside for me. If I win, who cares? If I lose, all bad. Colby's the most honest man in America. Do I hate America? You mean like I'm wearing it on my arm? How much will Poirier make for the trilogy? I would guess 10 million. That would be my guess. I would guess that that he's going to make an enormous amount of money. Like probably, honestly, the fact that he didn't knock him out for the current deal might, who knows, dude? It might be more. I don't know, but like because Nate Diaz got 10. Wait, if it happens, Diaz McGregor 3 best-selling pay-per-views of all time. I thought McGregor and Khabib is the highest UFC one, if I'm not mistaken. Nate is the only guy looking out for fighters who aren't getting the recognition they deserve. Yeah, he's a fucking badass, man. Here's the deal. I'll give you guys a hybrid. Thanks, man. Aloha. So I'll give like I literally have a video uploading right now about this, but here's a preview of the video. My stance now is Nate Diaz has lost 13 fights, but going off of the end of that Leon Edwards fight, I think we could pretty confidently say that if fights had no time limit, you're looking at different outcomes in the majority of those fights. Because, dude, like, there's no question. If that fight goes 10 rounds, Nate Diaz wins. And now you get, and the reason I thought about it is I was like, you just think about the Masvidal fight. I mean, I don't think a single person thought that Nate Diaz had any chance of coming back in that fight against Masvidal. But if you're watching the Leon Edwards fight, no one would have given him a prayer in hell of coming back in that fight. And Hybrid, you're the fucking man. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's even there's nobody who thought he was going to come back. And yet it turns out, I mean, the bottom line is, dude, you've never seen him tired, and you've never seen him tired to a place that he couldn't push through it. Think about, so you got the Leon Edwards fight. It goes 10 rounds, Diaz wins. You go certainly the second Conor fight. There's no question that Diaz would have won if it goes 7-8 rounds. No question. And Masvidal, mean, I don't know, dude. He ended the last, he had his hands on his head at the end of the third round. So they don't, they don't stop the fight for the cut. I think there's a good chance that Diaz wins that fight too. I mean, it's like, and the majority of these losses were 3-round decisions. Like, it's just, I mean, Nate Diaz's number one strength is he's never going to stop coming. And he's still fighting in the 5th round like he does in the 1st. And no one else does that. Anthony Joshua versus Joshua Fabia. Who wins? That depends on whether you amputated all of Anthony Joshua's limbs prior to the fight. If he has one good limb, then Anthony Joshua probably wins. McGregor versus Poirier 3. Who I got? Fuck, dude. I got to be honest. I do not know. God, don't ever start using this shit, you guys. Never. You'll never be able to stop. Closes your nostrils. Danny, thank you very much. But yeah, dude, I mean, I don't know. I would have said Conor, but I don't know. There's just no way to know, because here's the other thing. You want to know, you want to know the number one kind of factor that no one's really thinking about is the crowd, right? It's a different motherfucking ball game when you got 40,000 people screaming in there. And I definitely think the small, very, very limited crowd definitely benefits Dustin versus Conor. Like, Conor thrives in front of the lights. I mean, no one thrives under the lights like him. No one. And Fabia's in the chat. If that's true, then let me say this to you, Joshua Fabia. You and I could do some business, my friend. Hit me up, dude. Not in one of your fake sock puppet accounts. Hit me up an email. We can make some money together. OnlyFans or an interview. We can start a channel together. Once bitter enemies, now whatever our co-hosted show would be. We could call it oh man, that was going to be a very weird joke if I finished that idea. Francis still hasn't taken the Lewis fight, still playing. It's because he's not ever going to take the Lewis fight. He's not going to take the Lewis fight. But bottom line, he's not going to take the Lewis fight, dude. He's not going to take the Lewis fight. He is going to take the Jones fight. Thoughts on Colby saying Poirier beats up amateurs in sparring? I know Colby lies, but he had a video. Oh, I mean, dude, Dustin probably did beat up a guy in sparring. You want to know what I say about that, though? You want the video of that? Simple. Same thing that I say about every fucking, viral video that goes around where it's like, look at this guy. Look at how he singled out this person. It's racist. And you're like, can I see what happened? I don't know, call it 2 minutes before the video started? Because clearly they were reacting to something and you just showed this 12-second clip. So what happened right before that? What happened right before that? Right? So in the Dustin Poirier knocked out a guy and then, still champ, you guys have no idea the shit that these guys deal with, dude. Someone probably came in, someone probably talked shit. Someone probably was on YouTube and was like, fuck you, Dustin, you pussy ass bitch. Fuck you. And he's like, why don't you come meet me at the gym? Come meet me at the gym. Like, people volunteer for those ass whippings all the time. And so if the guy fucking volunteered for it and Dustin knocked him out and then, put his hands up, good. Okay. Good. So again, if there's no context, it doesn't matter. Like, Dustin celebrated after knocking him out and the guy isn't a fighter. Okay. I'll tell you right now, a guy could tell me he's never trained in his life. And if he runs his mouth enough in the comments to where I get mad and I bait him into coming, I go, why don't you come meet me at the gym? And he comes to the gym and I knock him out. I'm fucking celebrating. They earn it, dude. Like, I don't care if he's a fighter. Like, that's your own fucking fault. Like, there's still, I get it. Like, Dustin's a professional fighter. Like, dude, you can't just run your mouth constantly run your mouth and then expect like they're fighters. These are people who have chosen to fight professionally. That means they're more likely to get angry and want to attack somebody. And if you're constantly baiting them like, you're a fighter, you can't say shit. You're a fucking fighter. So you can't say shit when I tell you to go fuck yourself. Fuck you, Dustin. Fuck your wife. Your kids are fucking ugly. You're a piece of shit. I'm glad that Conor didn't fucking donate to your charity. You're a little bitch, Dustin. Fuck you. I've rooted against you every single time you've ever fought. And you want to know why? Because you're a pussy. And I don't like white trash from Louisiana. I don't like people like you. I think you're fake. I think you're phony. I don't like your tattoos. I think your wife's ugly. Fuck you, Dustin. Dustin's like, okay, come meet me at the gym. He's like, I'll meet you at the fucking gym. I'll fucking meet you at the gym. And then when Dustin knocks that piece of shit out, he's supposed to act like, well, sorry, he's not a fighter, so I'm not going to celebrate. Fuck that guy. Okay? That's my answer. Fedor would slap around all these heavyweights. That would make it right. Wait. How do you know that the guy wasn't running his mouth? No, I'm talking about like, why was the guy there? The guy's probably there. You know, if he's really not a fighter, he's probably one of those guys that baited Dustin in the okay, look, like here's what you know, right? The guy's not a fighter. Dustin knocked him out. Dustin celebrated. Okay. Those are your total number of data points, right? So think about it like this. What's the most likely scenario? That Dustin just picked some fucking random guy there and he's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy and celebrate. Does that align with his personality? Or is it more likely that some guy ran his mouth, baited it? Like, people will just talk shit to you just to get a reaction out of you. And then if someone's like, hey, why don't you come to the gym? They're all, damn, I could get my ass kicked by Dustin Poirier. He volunteered for it. He's a fighter, but didn't go pro yet. Yeah, like I said, dude, I've watched enough of Dustin in podcasts and stuff like that, that my guess, if I had to guess, who cares what Colby says, dude? You know, Arthur, thank you, sir. But yeah, I mean, like, Dustin's a cool guy. He's an objectively cool dude. If he behaved that way, there's probably a reason, like someone, you know, ran their mouth. Let's see what this is. Hold up. Hello, this is Jesse.
And disregard this message.
All day.
Your account was placed with our
all
and escalated
day
to our final review department due to a lack of response from the required response.
This is not for me. They're like, if your name is not Young, then like, how did I get on every single ringer in the entire world? Unreal. Mike LaValle, what's up, dude? Are you the Mike LaValle that's the skater that beat the shit out of 85 dudes at once? That'd be cool. You talk trash to Jesse. I'm trying to get a reaction. Dude, there's a couple guys that are really funny in my comments that like are, you know, that are breaking my balls, I think, trying to get in the negative comments videos that are funny. You guys remember? Yeah, you guys remember Mike Valley, that the skater that beat up the four preppies? Those guys. That fight was so funny, dude. That fight was so funny. Stop with the RIP Joe Rogan. I hate that. Am I self-aware? I've been self-aware. Cody probably just asked. I don't think it would take much convincing, to be honest. Yeah, Mike, but I bet you beat up 3 or 4 preppies in your life, especially if they. The reason that video is so funny, dude, is because those guys. I mean, who knows what they were saying? You can't hear the audio, but like those guys, if they said anything at all, it was probably like, you know, the way that like a person who's never been in like a physical altercation talks, where it's like, okay, man, like, you know, something like snide, where they're like, whatever, dude. And then all of a sudden they're face down with this fucking guy. And they're like, why is he fighting all 3 of us? Jeez. There was very little resistance in that fight. Yeah, Jess hates America so much. Send some music. Dude, my email's in the description on all my videos. Please send it. Thank you, guys. Mitch, thank you very much. Wait, since you love stories, how's this one about Dustin? I need you to read it out loud. Which one? Which one you want me to read out loud, my dude? I mean, geez. I'll read it if you send it. Thank you, though, for the super chat. All right, so fought 4 dudes, same time, didn't get jumped, but didn't win either. I mean, if they didn't jump you, how could you lose? That just means they didn't fight back. Headline, Jesse on Fire talks smack on Dustin Poirier. I would never talk smack on Dustin Poirier. Oh, you guys capture that and then take it out of context? See, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. See, the problem is I could get the full video to Dustin because I've got a direct line, kind of. Did I see what happened to Paulie Malignaggi? Or wait, you're talking about Paulie Malignaggi, I assume. I have a haircut? I don't know what that means. I mean, everybody has a haircut. We raised money on here to see Fabia do one of those leg kick challenges like Dr. Hightower did. Wait, Dr. Hightower did a leg kick challenge with who kicked his leg? Who kicked his leg? Because goddamn, that is that hurts. I watched oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't remember. Anyway, I watched a professional kickboxer who used to train with KJ Noons and used to train at my gym in San Diego, same one that Dean Lister was at in, man, this is like a long time ago. Before Victory, which is at where Dean is at now. It's the one he was at before that, the boxing club. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But a dude that I worked with took a leg kick challenge from a professional kickboxer that used to train there. Dude, oh my God, man. The guy did not hold back. It sounded like a gun went off on the back of his leg. And dude, there was like, oh my God. The back of his leg looked like what's his name's oh my God. What's wrong with me? Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Dude, I think I have a brain aneurysm because I can't remember people's names. People that I fucking know really well. I'm actually not even going to say it because it would be embarrassing that I couldn't remember his name now. Alex Jones was right about everything. It seems to be that's the case, actually, now. Dr. Hightower can just heal himself. Yeah, I don't know if chiropractic is going to do a lot for soft tissue damage from a leg kick. We got to talking. Wait, hang on. I got to go up. We got to talking. I can't see the beginning of this. Oh, everybody's asking about my haircut because anytime anyone breaks my balls about my haircut in the comments, I write them back something funny about either Josh Fabia doing my hair and the reason it's so fucked up is because he's not tall enough to see the top of my head or things like that. So cool about inviting me to come watch fights with him. That night was Conor Nate 1. Mitch, I can't find the beginning of that, so I don't know who you're talking about. After randomly meeting him at an autograph signing. Who are we talking about? I think Tyson Fury is going to win. Am I 60? I don't know. Are you blind? Mitch, I'm saying I don't know who you're talking about. I missed the beginning. So who are we talking about? Am I the only guy mad that thinks Colby is going to beat Usman? I don't think that he will. That would be awesome. But yeah, I think Wilder's going to win. Dude, like, what's his name? So Wilder, after that fight, and I made some videos about this where I was like, Wilder's gone so fucking crazy that it's actually helping him, where it's like if you start saying such crazy shit that it'll make people curious, where it's like, oh, you think someone poisoned your water? Like, so first, okay, so first, let's just run through this again. Okay, so first it was, hey man, look, you know, I put on 40 pounds of armor on my way down, so my legs was tired. You're like, okay, well, that was a decision you made, okay? You're a professional athlete. So if you opted in to doing some incredibly heavy workout on your way to a prize fight with the best heavyweight in the world, I mean, that doesn't sound like a viable excuse. That's a decision you made, dude. So that's fucking stupid. And then it transitioned to, yo, I don't trust my trainer. I think he might have poisoned my water. You're all, oh, so you're fucking crazy. Like you're legitimately fucking crazy. So there's that, you know. So, you know, and then he fired his trainer, and then he hired this dude who has a very questionable past as a boxer, man. Like this guy, the guy that's his new trainer. I watched this video on Keenan TV, Keenan K TV today, and he showed that this guy looks very much like he was throwing fights, like throwing fights specifically against our boy Wilder. So when is the next Joshua Fabia video? I don't know. I just did one. I have a funny idea though. A very funny idea. Will we ever see Joshua versus Fury? Yes, I do believe so. I thought they already signed a 3-fight deal. Do I think Conor is going to lose to Dustin? If so, why? I love the channel, new subscriber. Thank you, Adam. I think that I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I have no idea. Because Dustin, you know, like Dustin took Conor's hard shots. Like more than the fact that Conor, you know, was beatable through calf kicks. If you know anything about Conor as a human being and as a fighter, you're not going to beat him on calf kicks now. That's not going to happen. Like he will not lose on calf kicks 100%. I can fucking guarantee you that. But the other thing though is that Dustin took a lot of Conor's big shots, like ate him. And you know, so Conor had this one weakness that got exploited, which was the leg kicks or the calf kicks. But Conor has another weakness that everybody knows about, which is cardio. And if Dustin can eat his heavy shots in the first couple rounds, that, you know, I mean, no one's ever said like, if it goes 5 rounds, that really favors Conor. That's never been a thing that anyone has ever said. So I don't know. I have no idea. My next job is ESPN. I think I'm might be a little too controversial. I don't think there's like ESPN, you know, like they gave awards to like Megan Rapinoe. They might look at some of the jokes that I made about Joshua Fabia and consider them a little too divisive for the Disney brand. Juice Man ran off to Nigeria to avoid USADA. Dude, that's not how juice works. You can't just take it for a month and not get popped. It should, I mean, that would be not a good strategy. At least of the juice that I know about, that would not be a good strategy. You get it would either stay in your system, or if it's fast acting, you go up, but then you're facing the rebound. Like the rebound is if you supplement testosterone up, then when you get off, you have lower testosterone. So like, you know, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to have lower testosterone when you fight. And if you're taking that shit, you know, over here, and then you get off for your fight, you're going to have lower testosterone than you would have if you didn't take it at all. Wilder didn't even want to speak on the stare down. Yeah. You know, speaking of juice, he looked pretty fucking big to me. Wilder did. It could have just been the lighting, but his arms looked bigger than I remember. I will do another Fabia video. I gotta get a few more up first though. But honestly, like the guy, there's got to be a new story. Like there's got to be something that comes out on the guy. I mean, I do have one really funny idea though. I do have one. I mean, if he does anything, if the guy makes it in the news for fucking anything, he could trip over a banana peel and land in a manhole, and I'll do the fucking video about it. But I do have a very funny video lined up for him. Do I think Kevin Lee will have a good run at 170? No. I think he's mind fucked. I think his confidence is broken. And that's not good. It's not good. You know, the confidence is critical. And you know, he did a fake tap in his last video or his last one. Like, you know, he tapped and then pretended he didn't. I mean, not a good look. How do I feel about Moreno? That dude is a tough little bastard. And I love Figueiredo. I'm not capable of rooting against Figueiredo, but I was very happy for Moreno. He's a badass. And dude, if Nate Diaz would have knocked Leon Edwards out, I really honestly believe it would have been like one of the greatest moments in the history of the sport. I honestly think that. Mike Plummer, you sent me a sticker. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that very much. Dude, you know what's crazy? I watched Mexican martial arts, like his lives. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to sound like I'm fishing for money, and I'm not. I was just going to say that, like, dude, people throw so much dough at him. Like, I was watching, I'm like, God damn, man. Like that guy's making fucking money on his lives. And I was like, good for him. I really like his content. I think he's fucking hilarious. The Fabia peak is over. I know, dude. Why won't Fabia do something else? Like, just do something. Like, go do a press conference or something. Like, it's better to be notorious for being a whatever than nothing. Okay, yeah. So Lee's new head tattoo, that specifically, to me, screams my confidence is broken. You know, where it's like, I need to do something huge. Like, I need to make a statement that I'm a fighter. I'm going to get the back of my head tattooed like a gladiator. It's like, you know what you should do is you should just go fight. Like, you should win a fight. Lunch break from what? Well, like I said, I have a lot of jobs. I do actually have a straight up job. Facilitating deals between enterprise companies and satellite data companies, which is my company. Top favorite divisions or top classes or best chance of belt switching hands. Oof, that's a lot of questions in one question. I like bantamweight because you just don't have any idea what's going to happen. And I love lightweight. Lightweight's my favorite. Okay, why? I don't understand. Where is this? Okay, Normal, Ohio. Can you link that? Where is everyone seeing that Kamaru Usman separated from dominance and signed with CAA? Like that, if that's true. Wait, what? I'm going to get an email. Wait. The fuck? This is a custodial account. I need to sign for the. Sorry, that was actually kind of important. Can you guys link something to that, to Kamaru signing with CAA? Because I'm very curious about that, actually. Colby broke the news, dude. That come on. That's not. There's no way that that just can't be like the only source. My next fight companion, I want to say it's going to be for the fight in whatever 264, Dustin and Conor, but I'm going to be in Napa that weekend. Wait, hang on. Let me double check that. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to be in. Wait, what? July 10th. Yep, I'm gonna be in Napa at a big family thing, so I might not be able to do it. Fuck, man. I love doing fight companions. I love it. What do I think of Patty the Batty? If I was going to throw a bet, 2 bets on those fights. Yeah. You are going to be safe, little guy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that profile picture. That's funny, dude. I should make that my profile picture. You're going to be safe, little guy. Good morning, Bobby. You know what's so funny about that? It's like, dude, when I film those, there's no plan. Like, there's literally no plan. I just start talking. And then and I'm like watching the videos and I'm just doing it off the cuff. Like, there's no plan. So then when I watch the videos back, it's like watching someone else. Like, it's not like I'm watching myself. So I just fucking die laughing at my own jokes. How did I get to know Kid Rock? So I have a business that I'm in with a bunch of Navy SEALs, and Rob O'Neill, the one who shot and killed bin Laden, is one of the guys. And then so we were in Tennessee over the weekend because he was going to be in Tennessee for the week, and I was there with my business partner Jeff Gum and Darren McDermott, who's on Instagram as McTeams, and then Rob. And on Sunday. And Rob is Kid Rock's best friend. Kid Rock and Rob O'Neill are best friends. So we ended up there. No, I'm not a Navy SEAL. I'm just the kind of boss motherfucker that gets along with them really well. Colby versus Usman, George versus Colby, same night. Wild pressure. Dude, that would be bananas. If they did Colby and Usman and Jorge versus Leon the same night, that would be amazing. No, I was not in the military. No. I know Rob. Yeah, Rob's my boy. Rob is my fucking dude. Oh my God, man. Monday morning. Well, so like, yeah, we had so much fun this weekend, dude. We were like, the best part of the entire weekend was just in the morning with me and those 3 guys and Rob just standing in front of us and telling us a million stories from operations that they did, except like, you know, not like the Rob's on stage version, but like the Rob is hanging out with his friends version and telling us about like the Captain Phillips raid, bin Laden raid, a bunch of other operations. And we were just dying laughing. Super fun, dude. Yeah, Bob Ritchie. So, I mean, I made it out like I didn't know that it was Kid Rock till we got there. I found out like right before. I mean, I knew before we left the house, but they were like, they kept talking about Bob, and they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, so who's this Bob? They're all, oh, Bob's Kid Rock. I was like, what the fuck? What? Okay. I feel like Colby will lose worse also because Usman is better. I mean, Usman's better than he was. If I get one celebrity opponent to fight, where I get to fight them? Oh, man, let me think about that. That's a great fucking question. Who is the most obnoxious SJW on earth? I don't know. Whoever if given the day to figure out who's the most obnoxious SJW on earth, it's that person. Hamza has been out so long because he had COVID, man. He has to recover. Dude, okay, so Paul Craig. So, like I've told you guys, Steve Hargett, my really good buddy out here, who's the world. He just won at Pans. He's a world champion in jiu-jitsu. The guy, all he does is train. He's fucking unreal, dude. You just can't even wrap your brain around how helpless you can be against a guy who's that good. Like here's the thing. I'm not like a high belt in jiu-jitsu at all, but even against guys that are high belts in jiu-jitsu, they have to work hard against me because I'm strong and I'm fast and I'm used to fighting, right? Against a guy like Steve, who's also as strong as I am and he's a world champion, there's just fucking nothing you can do. Nothing. There is no scenario. There's nothing I could do. And you could just feel it when you're rolling. You're like, this guy is exerting himself fucking 30%, and his technique is so incredible that he's literally using no effort at all. None. And you're going full throttle. That's kind of his entire anyway. But so anytime that we watch UFC together, he always talks shit about the UFC people's jiu-jitsu. He's like, this shit's hard for me to watch. And like even guys that are black belts in jiu-jitsu, he's like, Jesus, these guys are fucking terrible. He always says that. And Paul Craig, it's the first time he's ever said, he's like, dude, this guy's jiu-jitsu is really good. So Paul Craig's jiu-jitsu is fucking solid. That's the only time I've ever seen him say that a guy has good jiu-jitsu was about Paul Craig. So Paul Craig has good jiu-jitsu, man. Ali Abdelaziz did not reply no. And I even had Eric Nixick text him that I was trying to reach out to him. So no dice. No dice. I'm sure he's pretty busy. Lauren Murphy versus JoJo. What do I think about that fight title shot? I have no idea. Dude, yeah. Paul Craig is and Steve hadn't seen his last fight. And I was like, dude, you know what he did in his last fight? I was like, he used jiu-jitsu to put a dude into he put another black belt in jiu-jitsu, who was Shogun, into a position where he couldn't defend himself. And then he basically smashed his head like a pumpkin and retired him. I mean, that's what happened. Lovely sent it live because when you talk to a YouTuber live, doesn't have me explain. They actually talk back without having. That's true. That's true. I mean, I could grow a beard. I wouldn't. Craig's striking is irrelevant because he's not. I mean, not irrelevant, but like his jiu-jitsu is incredible. How delusional is Vettori? If he really thought that he won that fight, then oh my God, I would love to fight Don Lemon. That's a great call. Or Chris Cuomo, because he actually thinks he's tough. Like he thinks he's a tough guy, right? He's a CNN anchor that actually thinks he's tough. I would love to show him how not tough he is. Am I friends with Tim Kennedy? No, but Steve is. Steve trains with Tim Kennedy all the time. So at a certain point, I'll cross paths with him and probably be a submission dummy for them. But I'm not good enough to train with those guys yet. Like when those guys go train, every fucking person there is like a decorated black belt. Their whole entire crew. Also, Tim Kennedy just got his ACL done. So he's not training right now. Bet Colby beats Usman. Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, I don't know, man. I actually love that Vettori and Costa fight. That's a great. I mean, honestly, fuck Rachel Maddow. But yeah, I mean, Vettori and Costa are both like delusional, crazy, and like come forward smash guys. I love that fight, and I love that buildup. Like those guys are both like the exact same kind of energy where they're like, I will say this. I thought Vettori did an excellent job selling that fight. I thought like in the press conference, he did a great job. I think he did a great job selling that fight. I do not think Usman's on juice at all. No, I don't. Dana, Nick and Nate on the same card. Yes, that would be amazing. Except actually, no, yeah, just do that. Do that. And have it in California. The fucking place will come down. Matter of fact, if they did that, I would get to go to that, actually. Because Caesar would probably be able to get me in a special area. Although everybody would be banging on Caesar to get in there, so who knows? I'd get tickets for free for sure. Do I think it's possible for Tim Kennedy to think of himself as the toughest guy in the world? Not that, maybe in the top, like, most dangerous people in the world, and he would be accurate. If you factor in all of the ways that he could kill you. Yep, Sloth versus wannabe Ricky Martin. That's exactly right. Nick versus Robbie Lawler. Wow. That's a fucking great idea. That is a great idea. Because you got to give Nick someone that he could beat, and like he's been out forever. How vicious are Joe Rogan's kicks? Well, if he kicked you in the middle of your body and you weren't expecting it, I think he might actually be able to kill a person. Seriously. Let's see. Nick Diaz should fight Masvidal and retire Street Judas. That's absurd. You don't want him to fight Masvidal. If you're a Nick Diaz fan, you don't want him to fight Masvidal. Not coming off a 5-year layoff, dude. It's super easy to beat USADA. Really? I don't know anything about it. Wait, who's a yellow belt? Archie Mack. Who are you talking about? Yellow belt. If you're talking about jiu-jitsu, that's a kid. Yellow belts are for kids. Vicious fucking kids, but kids. Fabia versus Rachel Maddow. Damn. Is that the who can like talk more shit contest? Fucking Fabia versus Rachel Maddow. Like just talk more utter nonsense that will end up being proven completely fucking inaccurate. That I think Rachel Maddow wins just because she's talking constantly. But that would be quite the face off. You know what's hilarious about that is, so I was one of those people that has done a full fucking 180 in the last, 4 years or whatever, but one of the main reasons was because I fucking, that Russia investigation shit, I ate that up. Like I was like, oh man, there's so much evidence here, dude. There's so much evidence. Like he's obviously guilty. And now I look back on that, I'm like, that was such utter horse shit. Like a complete lie. I was one of the fucking idiots that believed it. But it was a lie. And Rachel Maddow was the prime proponent of that shit. Wait, what do I think of Paul Craig only getting his black belt after the fight? Is that true? Is that true? He must have a fucking... No way. Hang on, let me look that up. What the fuck? Oh my God, I got to send that to Steve. That's crazy. Hang on. So the guy who had the best jiu-jitsu of any UFC fighter that Steve has watched was a brown belt at the time. Who's his coach? Brian Gallagher. That's interesting. I'd love to see the lineage. I learned, I'm learning all this shit from Steve that like, if someone says they're a black belt, that shit is honestly like to a guy like him, because like, so he already had a black belt, but then now he trains under Shanji, maybe the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioner like ever. And his training partners, Victor Hugo. I mean, like like I tripped over my dick and fell into literally like the #1 fucking jiu-jitsu camp, like little jiu-jitsu clique, like, or one of the top ones in the entire world for sure. That's why I'm training with him all the time now. I just paid Steve up front. I was like, we're just going to do one-on-ones until I'm a black belt. But Shanji's going to open his own school in Cedar Park outside Austin. And so, in a long brick of time, I'll be able to fold anyone's arm in half as well, like these guys. But I'm going to get folded in half a lot between now and then. But you tell someone, like, whenever I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's a black belt, Steve's like, under who? It's completely irrelevant. Like the black belt thing is totally irrelevant. Steve talks about that all the time. He's like, dude, we just rolled with a bunch of black belts from, I won't say the school out loud. He's like, but our blue belts would dominate them. He's like, I couldn't even actually, we were doing nogi. He's like, I couldn't believe they were black belts afterwards. Okay. Thank you, Ice and Ice. Now that Tio Kimbosis fight just got canceled, I'm trying to see, dude, I'm telling you, that's a risky fight for me. Only because if I lost, I would basically have to go bury myself underneath a house for 100 years. Some Jesse on fire body pillows. That's so fucking weird. Oh man, that's funny, dude. What do I think of Bruce Lee as a fighter? Untested. Jones versus Ngannou is going to happen. Newsom versus Cuomo, East Coast tyrant versus West Coast dictator. I'll tell you exactly how that would go. Cuomo would beat Newsom into the fucking pavement, and then Newsom would contract an assassin to kill Cuomo's entire family. That's how that would go. Talking about two different kinds of fucking bad people there. I am not a metalhead, no. I used to be when I was a kid. Will I ever make a Hezbollah video? It's possible. I have one in the docket already, and I might have alluded to it about someone else. See those nasty leg kicks on the bag. Dude, if I had a bag to kick right now, I don't have one. The fucking, because Giselle's new, like, I'm not joining, like, Giselle's jiu-jitsu school, I'm not joining because I'm waiting for Shanji's to open. But at Giselle's school, like, you know, obviously I was a member at Caesars, at Gracie Fighter at Giselle's, but like during Giselle's class, I would just smash the bag all day long. But now I don't have a bag to kick. I have a bag in my garage, but like it's like one of those oh yeah, I did the video thing where it's a standing one, so I can't really like leg kick it really, like I can kick it low, but anyway, I want a big heavy hanging bag that I can smash. Play some background elements. I gotta jump off in a second anyway. It's been an hour. This is my lunch break. I was gonna do an hour. Who would I like to see comes at fight when he gets back? I don't care, dude. Anybody. Like I just want to see him win. Did I hear it? Clinton's had another one killed. I did hear that, actually. I was with all the Navy SEALs when that information came out. We were playing golf. And it was, you know, I mean, did you guys see the clip of him on Fox News from a couple of years ago where he said that he's been fearing for his life and he had gotten a bunch of death threats? Because those guys, I mean, like I said, Hillary, that crew, those are the last people on earth you want to fuck with. On earth. People think because you've seen them on TV that same, like Dustin Poirier, oh, you can talk shit in the comments and, you know, oh, he's got to do whatever. Well, take that and then make it where you have absolutely no repercussions, whatever, for anything ever. No repercussions. You can have people killed, you can have people suicided, you can do whatever you want. No one's ever coming to knock on your door. And then imagine what the most powerful people in the world do to people that cross them. Clinton body count is very high. It is, I might have Rob on Jesse on everything. Because I did interviews on here and they just didn't really work. Like the only ones that were interesting was when I had Eric Nixick on. You know how many fighters I've interviewed and then I didn't even post them? A lot. I had a Chiesa interview I did that I didn't post. I had anyway, I have a bunch that I just didn't post just because I watch them like this isn't. It's like not in line with what my channel is, you know. Like my channel is like Chael's channel. Like we just talk about shit, you know. And Chael doesn't generally have people on either. Conor versus Dustin with no rules and fight till death. Well, we saw what that would have been in either first or second fight. It would have, Conor would have won the first one and Dustin would have won the second one. Hamzat versus Nate Diaz or Hamzat versus Magny. We got to see Hamzat after recovery. So when are the Justin Fire real dolls capable of any sexual favor or at least incapable of refusing releasing? I've seen some leaks and I can tell you this. I will be first on board for the Jesse on Fire sex doll because I am my biggest fan. What do I think about Conor rape accusations? I did a whole video about it. Search it. I broke it all the way down. The girl's statements make no sense. They make no sense at all. A video about my tats. Here, I'll do a video about my tats right now. You see that deer skull right there? That deer put his antlers through my dog's stomach, and I shot him in the chest. Well, no. Shot him in the torso in my front yard in the Bay Area in the suburbs on a Sunday. That actually happened. And I couldn't take his head because I had to pretend like I was very unhappy that I had to do it so that I didn't get arrested. So I put his head on my arm because I buried that thing while I was trying to kill my dog. No one talks about Zabit and his retirement because the fucking guy never fought, man. He just never, ever, 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 ever fought. Where the hell is it? Oh, there we go. That was my dog's wound afterwards. Oops. That was the deer after I shot him before he died. Oops. That was after he died. That's my dog after the vet. After the vet. Tubes coming out of him and shit. So yeah. Pitbull. He survived. His hair grew back white. Oh, the negative comment videos. Those are my favorite ones to do. Like, without a doubt, those are by far my favorite ones to do. What makes Nate so charismatic? Authenticity. That's all anybody wants. That's all anyone wants in this world is authenticity. I could do a video about like I said, dude, this whole entire arm is basically like things that represent my family and then things that represent me as a wrath if anyone ever fucked with them. It's basically the whole arm. Every single thing you could point to would be like daughter surrounded by some terrifying fucking snake that would kill anyone that even looked at her sideways. You know, my wife with a baby and some demon monster. That's me protecting them. That's literally this entire arm. Family and instant death if you fucked with them. The dog's hair grew back white because that incident fucking changed him forever. It's like, how do I think DJ would do in the flyweight division now? I don't think that's a good. Oh, DJ. I'm sorry. I thought you meant TJ. I don't know. I mean, he's nothing's really changed since before, but Liverpool Masvidal versus Edwards. I think that fight would be awesome. Yeah, if I hated my wife, I would have a lot of tattoo removal needed. My dog's name was Manson. He died since then. Yeah, my dog would beat up Fabia from the grave, son. Yes, I will. I promise I will do a Fabia video. I just I need to get a little more content out first. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it was a few years ago. He lived to be 14. Gordon Ryan, I mean, I don't know. Thank you guys. I don't know anything more than anyone else knows. I guess his stomach is super fucked up, right? I know that the kind of thought around the campfire is that him doing juice is what caused it, but I don't know. I've never heard of juice causing stomach problems. The moment Nate connected with that left on and points at him, were you yelling, go in for the kill? Oh my God. Both me and McTeams were standing on the fucking couch, like jumping and screaming, yelling, like running towards the TV. God, man, if he seriously, if he would have gone right at him at the time, I think he would have got him out of there. If he would have just jumped on it, like hurt him and was on him. Seems like the roids messed up his stomach. I mean, I hear you, dude. I know a lot of people that have done a lot of roids. I've never heard of I've never heard of that being a thing, like that it causes stomach problems, but I don't know. Frankie, thank you. In my last video, did my insight come from Theo Vaughn? It came from one of Joe Rogan's friends who was at Kid Rock's house and is friends with Dustin Poirier. I live in Austin, not Dallas. HGH causes everything to grow. Oh shit, it's been over an hour. All right, I gotta jump. I love you guys. Chat soon. Peace.